Have you ever felt like you don't quite fit into the boxes society tries to place you in? Maybe you've been called mysterious, aloof, or too independent. Perhaps you've always preferred to follow your own path instead of conforming to what others expect. If this sounds like you, then you might just be a Sigma male. Sigma males are a rare breed. They don't follow the traditional alpha or beta hierarchy. Instead, they live life on their own terms, detached from the need to fit in or stand out. This video will serve as your ultimate Sigma male test, a guide to help you determine if you've always been a Sigma at heart, even if you didn't know it until now. We're going to dive into the key traits that define a Sigma male and examine if they align with who you are at your core. By the end of this video, not only will you have a clearer understanding of your own identity, but you'll also see how embracing your Sigma nature could be the key to unlocking your full potential. But before we dive in, let me ask you, have you ever felt like the typical paths in life just aren't for you? Like the rules everyone else follows don't make sense? Think about that for a moment, and feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's jump into the test and find out if you're truly a Sigma male. You've always felt like an outsider. Let's start with one of the clearest signs that you might be a Sigma male. You've always felt like an outsider. Whether it was in school, at work, or even in social settings, you never quite felt like you fit in with the crowd. It's not that you didn't get along with people, you probably did. But there was always this sense that you were different, that you didn't need to be a part of any group to feel complete. Sigmas are natural loners. They don't seek validation from others, and they don't rely on social connections for their sense of self-worth. If you've ever found yourself preferring your own company over hanging out with friends, or choosing to spend time alone rather than attending parties, then you're already displaying one of the key characteristics of a Sigma male. But here's the thing, being an outsider doesn't mean you're antisocial. In fact, Sigma males are often well-liked when they do choose to engage with others. It's just that they don't feel the need to constantly be surrounded by people. They're perfectly content being on their own, and they never compromise their independence for the sake of fitting in. So, how about you? Have you always felt like you were a bit on the outside, even when you were technically part of the group? This feeling of being different is one of the strongest indicators that you may be a Sigma male. You don't care about social hierarchies. Another defining trait of a Sigma male is their complete disinterest in social hierarchies. Alphas thrive on power and dominance, while betas are often content with following others and maintaining their place within the structure. But a Sigma? He doesn't care about the hierarchy at all. Sigmas don't seek power or control over others, nor do they feel the need to follow anyone. They forge their own path, completely detached from the need for external validation or status. They reject the traditional alpha-beta dichotomy altogether, choosing instead to operate outside of it. This often confuses people. In a world where most individuals are constantly jockeying for position, whether it's at work, in social circles, or even in family dynamics, the Sigma male stands apart. He doesn't play those games, and he won't sacrifice his authenticity just to climb the social ladder. If you've ever felt like the typical pecking order doesn't apply to you, if you've never cared about being the most popular, the most dominant, or the most well-liked, this could be a sign that you're a Sigma. You know that real success isn't measured by social status, but by personal growth and fulfillment. Does this sound familiar? Think back to moments in your life when you've opted out of the race for social dominance. This indifference to hierarchy is a hallmark of the Sigma personality. You're incredibly self-reliant. Self-reliance is perhaps one of the most defining characteristics of a Sigma male. These men are fiercely independent and have a deep sense of self-sufficiency. They don't need others to survive, and they certainly don't rely on anyone else to provide them with a sense of purpose or direction. For a Sigma male, the idea of relying on others for anything, whether it's emotional support, financial help, or social validation, is foreign. He's capable of handling life on his own, and he takes pride in being able to stand on his own 2 feet. This independence often leads to a very minimalist lifestyle. Sigma males don't need a lot to be happy. They don't chase after material possessions or status symbols because they know that true happiness comes from within, not from external sources. If you've always felt like you could handle life on your own, if you've never felt the need to depend on anyone else to make you feel complete, then you're likely embodying this Sigma trait. Being self-reliant doesn't mean you're disconnected or unable to form deep connections with others. In fact, Sigma males often have incredibly rich relationships. They just don't need them in the same way that others do. They value quality over quantity and prefer meaningful, deep connections over superficial friendships. You value freedom above all else. Freedom is the cornerstone of a Sigma male's life. More than money, more than status, more than relationships, freedom is what they value most. This doesn't just mean the freedom to travel or live life on their own terms, although that's definitely part of it. It means the freedom to think for themselves, make their own decisions, and live life according to their own rules. Sigmas hate being tied down, whether it's by a job, a relationship, or society's expectations. They thrive when they have the space to be themselves without restrictions. They don't like being told what to do, and they don't respond well to authority figures trying to impose their will on them. If you've ever quit a job because you couldn't stand the rigid structure or felt suffocated in a relationship that was too controlling, you might be a Sigma. Sigmas need to feel like they're in control of their own lives, and they won't settle for anything less. But here's the catch. This doesn't mean that Sigma males are irresponsible or flaky. On the contrary, they're often highly disciplined and focused individuals. It's just that they need the freedom to operate on their own terms. If you've ever found yourself rejecting conventional life paths because they felt too limiting, then you may be displaying the classic Sigma desire for freedom. Do you see yourself as someone who values autonomy above all else? If so, this is another strong indicator that you're a Sigma male. You're naturally mysterious. One of the traits that people often notice about Sigma males is their mysterious nature. They tend to be private individuals who don't reveal much about themselves unless they feel it's absolutely necessary. While others may wear their emotions and thoughts on their sleeves, Sigmas keep theirs close to the chest. This sense of mystery often draws people to Sigma males. There's something intriguing about someone who doesn't share everything about themselves right away. People want to know more about you, but you only let them in on your terms. If you've ever been told that you're hard to read or that people can't quite figure you out, this could be a sign that you're a Sigma. It's not that you're intentionally trying to be secretive, it's just that you don't feel the need to broadcast your life to the world. Being mysterious doesn't mean you're closed off. Sigma males are often deeply introspective and thoughtful, but they only share their thoughts with those they trust. This makes their connections even more meaningful, as they don't just let anyone into their inner world. Have you ever found yourself in situations where people seem drawn to you, but they can't quite figure out why? This natural air of mystery is something that sets Sigma males apart from the crowd. You're comfortable with solitude. Another hallmark of the Sigma male is his comfort with solitude. While most people crave social interaction and feel uncomfortable being alone for long periods of time, Sigmas thrive in solitude. They use their alone time to recharge, reflect, and pursue their passions. It's not that Sigma males are antisocial. They can be incredibly charming and engaging when they choose to be. But they don't rely on social interactions for their sense of fulfillment. In fact, too much socializing can feel draining to them. If you've ever preferred spending a weekend by yourself, reading a book or working on a personal project rather than going out with friends, this could be a sign that you're a Sigma. You don't need constant interaction to feel happy or fulfilled. You're perfectly content spending time alone, and in many cases, you prefer it. This comfort with solitude is one of the reasons why Sigma males are so self-sufficient. They don't need others to validate them or fill their time. They know how to keep themselves entertained and engaged, even when they're alone. Do you find peace and fulfillment in solitude? If so, this is another strong indicator that you might be a Sigma male. You don't seek attention, but you attract it anyway. Here's an interesting paradox about Sigma males. They don't seek attention, but they often attract it anyway. Sigmas aren't flashy or loud. They don't feel the need to be the center of attention, and they certainly don't go out of their way to impress others. But because of their quiet confidence and unique energy, they naturally draw people in. There's something about their calm, detached demeanor that makes others curious. People want to know more about them, and they're often drawn to the Sigma's mysterious and independent nature. If you've ever noticed that people seem to be drawn to you, even when you're not trying to stand out, this could be a sign that you're a Sigma. You don't have to be the loudest person in the room to get attention. Your quiet confidence speaks for itself. This is one of the reasons why Sigma males can be so successful in life. They don't need to chase after opportunities or force their way into situations. Their natural charisma and self-assuredness create opportunities for them without them even having to try. Do you find that people are often intrigued by you, even when you're not actively seeking attention? This could be another strong indicator that you're a Sigma male. You value deep, meaningful relationships over casual ones. When it comes to relationships, Sigma males value quality over quantity. They're not interested in having a large social circle or being the life of the party. Instead, they prefer deep, meaningful connections with a select few individuals. Sigmas don't have time for superficial relationships. They want to connect with people on a deeper level, emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually. This is why they often have fewer friends than others, but the relationships they do have are incredibly strong and lasting. If you've ever found yourself gravitating towards a few close friends, rather than trying to be friends with everyone, this could be a sign that you're a Sigma. You're not interested in small talk or surface-level interactions. You want to get to know people on a deeper level. In romantic relationships, Sigma males are often very selective. They're not interested in casual flings or short-term connections. They're looking for a partner who shares their values and can keep up with their independent lifestyle. When they do find someone they connect with, they're incredibly loyal and committed. Do you prefer deep, meaningful relationships over casual ones? This is another strong indicator that you might be a Sigma male. You're driven by personal growth, not competition. One of the key differences between Sigma males and alpha males is their motivation. While alphas are often driven by competition and the need to be the best, Sigmas are motivated by personal growth and self-improvement. They don't care about being better than anyone else. They only care about being better than they were yesterday. Sigmas are constantly striving to improve themselves, whether it's through learning new skills, developing their mindset, or pushing their physical limits. They're always looking for ways to grow, but they're not doing it to impress others or to win any competitions. They're doing it for themselves. If you've ever found yourself focusing on personal development rather than trying to outdo others, this could be a sign that you're a Sigma. You're not interested in the rat race. You're interested in becoming the best version of yourself. This focus on personal growth is one of the reasons why Sigma males are often so successful. They're constantly learning, evolving, and pushing themselves to new heights. And because they're not distracted by competition or the need for external validation, they're able to stay focused on their goals. Are you driven by personal growth rather than competition? If so, this is another strong indicator that you might be a Sigma male. You're a natural leader, but you don't seek leadership. One of the most interesting traits of Sigma males is their natural leadership ability. While they don't seek out leadership roles or try to dominate others, people often look to them for guidance and direction. This is because Sigma males are calm, confident, and decisive. They know how to handle challenges without getting flustered, and they're able to see the big picture in a way that others can't. Sigmas lead by example. They don't need to bark orders or assert their dominance to get others to follow them. People naturally gravitate towards them because they trust their judgment and respect their independence. If you've ever found yourself in leadership positions without actively seeking them out, this could be a sign that you're a Sigma. You don't need to be the loudest or most aggressive person in the room to lead. Your quiet confidence and clear thinking make you a natural leader. This ability to lead without seeking leadership is one of the reasons why Sigma males are so effective in their careers and personal lives. They're able to inspire others and get results without relying on traditional power dynamics or hierarchical structures. Have you ever found yourself in leadership positions even though you didn't actively seek them out? This natural leadership ability is another strong indicator that you might be a Sigma male. So how did you score on the Sigma male test? Do you resonate with the traits we've discussed? If so, you might just be a Sigma male, someone who lives life on their own terms, values freedom and independence, and doesn't need the approval or validation of others to thrive. Being a Sigma male isn't about fitting into a specific mold. It's about embracing who you are at your core and living life in a way that aligns with your values. It's about rejecting the traditional social hierarchies and finding your own path to success and fulfillment. Remember, the world needs Sigma males just as much as it needs alphas and betas. Sigmas bring a unique perspective and energy that's often misunderstood, but incredibly valuable. So if you've always felt like you were different, like you didn't quite fit in with the typical roles society expects you to play, that might just be your Sigma nature shining through. Which of these traits do you identify with the most? Do you think you're a Sigma male, or do you see yourself fitting into a different role? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being an absolute Sigma male, how much you've scored? Share in the comments below. And before you go, remember to stay true to yourself. Whether you're a Sigma, Alpha, Beta, or something else, the most important thing is that you live life authentically on your own terms. Thank you for watching.